Yo, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Welcome to High Vibrational Kings. This is a channel for people that want to better themselves in life. Shout out to anybody holding on to their energy, breaking bad addictions, and trying to become a better version of themselves. Alright, I'm out here sun gazing, turning into a golden statue. But in today's video, I want to talk about two topics. I want to talk about you will no longer have brain fog when you're on semen retention and communication skills. So let me try to do my best into breaking down those two topics and let's get into it. So something that you notice, guys, when you start retaining is that you will no longer have brain fog. You know, it's a slow healing process, but for the most part, guys, you feel like when you start retaining and when you cut out the hub, especially, you don't have brain fog anymore. Like you feel like you could think a lot more clearly. Because when you think about it, guys, if you're watching the hub, you're basically like bombarding your mind with all this fast, like hyper stimulation. And your mind is just kind of like, you're just basically like dumbing yourself down in a way. So your mind is kind of like in a state of cloudiness, especially like releasing. You're just like a zombie out here. You just, you feel very unclear. It's harder to make decisions. It's harder to communicate, which is another subject. Another part of the video that I want to talk about is communication. It ties in with both the brain fog and the communication skills, because if you have brain fog, guys, it's going to affect the way you talk to people, you know, especially women. You'll be like all in your head, or you'll be like fumbling your words and things like that. But what I've noticed, guys, is since I've been retaining, my communication skills have improved. And I'm not perfect. I'm still, that's something that I want to work on still, but it's like a slow healing process. But I have noticed that the way that I talk to people has changed. My vocabulary has changed. Like I be saying all these like fancy words sometimes, and I'm just like, what the heck, like where did that come from? I just feel very fluent sometimes in the energy, because I was watching the old videos of myself, and the way that I used to talk compared to how I talk in some of my recent videos, it's like a slight difference, because I feel like I don't have like the brain fog anymore. Like I'm not, trying to, I'm not perfect. I'll be fumbling my words or trying to think of things to say sometimes. But for the most part, guys, I feel like I don't have brain fog anymore. You remember like how you would go like into your room sometimes and you'd be like, damn, like what was I gonna get? And like you would totally forget what you're about to do. That doesn't even happen to me anymore, guys. I feel like I could remember things a lot better, and even things from the past, like things from years ago, that I'm just like, all of a sudden I'm starting to remember it, and I'm just like, bro, like I don't even remember having this memory. I don't even remember this having this memory, but all of a sudden it just kind of like started to surface up. And y'all hear that background music? It's turning up. I hope it doesn't affect the video too much, man. But this is like it's like a vibe. 50 Cent, I'd be listening to 50 Cent sometimes, But anyways, guys, man, that caught me off guard. But anyways, the communication skills, it has a lot to do with it too, because hold up, guys. All right, so the communication skills has a lot to do with the not having brain fog, because the way I talk to people, guys, it feels like people are more receptive, because I don't know, man, it's just everything, like the voice change, the confidence, everything, man. Like literally today, I had this chick that I was talking to. I was just talking to her, just chopping it up, and she told me, she's like, "Oh, I could tell you're really confident by the way you talk." I'm like, the heck, like nobody's ever told me that before, guys. That was like literally the first time somebody's told me that, and I was like, wow. And I was thinking about that. I was like, wow, like I must present myself in a certain way where it seems like, well, you are confident, like in how you speak. It has a lot to show with it, because like I said, women are more receptive to energy and body language. So if you're all like timid if you're all fumbling your words, they see that you're not confident. But the way that you just start presenting yourself naturally over time, when you're on retention, when you've been cutting out the hub, like haven't been looking at any lustful materials, it literally starts to show, like, in the way you speak to people. When you're watching the hub, on that fapping bullshit, it's kind of like your mind was just like a mess. Think of it as a room, where it's just like a room. There's clothes everywhere. There's just trash everywhere. It was just a mess. And retention is kind of like you're cleaning out the room, you're decluttering it, you're vacuuming it, you're, mopping it, doing all these things. And then all of a sudden there's like, it's really organized. It's not a mess anymore. And now you feel like you just feel a lot better overall, like if you think about it, like physically, if you're like in a messy ass room, it literally affects how your mood is. But the same thing with your mind. If your mind is always like on filth and things like that, you're not going to even be able to think straight. You're not going to be having like the creative energy. Your communication skills aren't going to be as good. So that's something that I'm looking forward to, guys, is the way that I talk to people. Like I used to be kind of like shy to talk to people, but now I be like starting conversations with like strangers and shit. And I'm just like, wow, like it just feels like a totally different person. It's like you start to evolve on retention, man. Like you really do. Like everything it changes. So that's why, guys, I'm not even worried about counting days and all that nonsense, because everybody has like everybody is like their own journey, right? So you can't be comparing your journey to somebody else's. Some people experience benefits sooner than others, but it's not even about like competition, right? Don't make it into competition, man. It's literally a self journey. It's a personal self journey, but I like to share like what I have experienced so far and things that I've learned along the way. But yeah, man, communication skills will start to improve. People will become more receptive of you. It's like you give off like this different energy. You have like this leader energy in a way. And I'm just trying to get used to it, because for the longest time I felt like I couldn't talk to people how I wanted to, right? I just felt like, I don't know, man, that is such a trip, bro. Like it literally is such a trip to think about how much time and energy you spent like doing something, and then when you stop it, you're just like, wow, like this is how life is without that. That this is like one of the most like life-changing like spiritual experiences, guys. Quitting the hub and retaining your seed, it's literally shifts your whole life around, guys. It improves so many things. Some things are more noticeable than others, but other things are more like subtle. Because, guys, I be driving around and everything looks so HD clear. It's amazing. It's like life just feels like so clear. It's like for the longest time you had like these dirty ass shades, and then it's kind of like this, guys. It's like you're wearing shades. It's all smudgy. Obviously these aren't, but it's just like an example where you're just wearing shades and you can't really see clearly. Just it's all smudgy, and then you go on retention, stop watching the hub, start improving your life, and it's like you're like, I can see clearly now. The porn is gone. For reals, guys. Um, but yeah, man. So I'm gonna just wrap it up with that, guys. I got some stuff to do. So with that being said, like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.